RIP to all the real niggas worldwide.
Give me the East Coast anytime, yo.
Yo, give me the East Coast anytime, right?
Yeah. I'm saying,
Nah,
yo,
man,
California, you got earthquakes, you got mudslides, you got them forest
everything.
fires, you got everything.
Yeah, you got to, like you said,
Heat,
what you got? Forest fires, the mudslides, what else?
earthquakes, all of that, man.
LAPD.
Yo, don't
That's
forget
the
about
number.
them.
That's the number one threat right there. LAPD. That's where you belong. And the reason why I say that's where you belong is because those uncomfortable situations is what take us to greatness. I speak about my marriage, with my ex-wife, beautiful woman, nothing negative to say about her. But like I said, that was a place that wasn't for me. It doesn't mean I'm not going to ever get married or I don't want to be a married man, whatever. No, it just meant that wasn't for me, that I needed to go through everything that I went through to get to where I'm at now. Shit is great. You know what I'm saying? And you feel good about everything that you're doing and the moves that you're making and the time that you have. And you have more time and people value you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yo, people value, even at the bank, they value you, yo. Like the bank treats you different.
yeah, yeah.
Yo, I used to go to the bank before and I used to have to rob my bank account. Before, I used to stick my own shit up like, give me everything that's in mine. But
Everybody's had them though, man.
yo, and that's what I'm saying. So that financial freedom before I was feeling freer, and I'm gonna say, because I'm not at a Jeff Bezos level or Bill Gates level or anything like that. I'm just saying I'm at a place where I can see the light. I know what I need to keep doing, continuously doing, persistently, consistently.
I don't think we sacrifice enough, and when we
Yeah.
do sacrifice, we sacrifice the wrong way and for the wrong things. When I say for the wrong things, I mean we tend not to look towards the future. So we sacrifice our future for what we can get now.
Right.
When I say that, you know what? Yeah, you need a car, but yo, you don't need that Maserati or that Ferrari to get to work. You just need a car to get to work. You can get that later. You can take that money that you spending on that car and start a business. You could take that money that you spending on that car to cover up some bills so you could be debt free.
Mr. C, this is gonna piss a lot of people off.
Hey,
Hey, listen, I mean, it's real.
we
I
that
want you to continue because you're going somewhere where we need to go. Like this is
yeah.
one of those uncomfortable conversations, but that's good.
Yeah, and the reason why we having this uncomfortable conversation because yo, we consider our viewers our family, our friends, and
Right.
I always say your friend. If somebody's really your friend, your real friend will be like, "Hey, yo, Reef, take these mints, my brother. Your breath is kicking." He'll tell you your breath is kicking.
Right. Real
That's
talk.
what a friend will do. Somebody
Right.
who's just an acquaintance or somebody who's just an imposter, somebody posing as your friend, will let you walk around with your breath kicking all day long,
All
and
day
then
long.
and then go back and tell everybody, yo,
Yeah.
that nigga's breath was kicking
Kicking.
all day. Yo, I was talking to him like this. Yo, a real friend will tell you, and this is why we gotta have them tough conversations. Cause yo, we consider our viewers family, and especially our people.
Definitely.
We gotta learn to sacrifice. We have to, man.
So let me ask you something. See, what was your biggest sacrifice? Your greatest sacrifice
My
that
greatest
you think
sacrifice,
helped put you on the right that put you on the right track, that helped you see that light.
I would say, quitting doing all of the crazy stuff I used to do, and hanging out with the wrong people. I would say, you know what, idle time, giving up my idle time, making sure that all my 24 hours was used up with something that was right, with something that was good, not wasting any time or yo, let's go hang out, let's go start some trouble. Nah, learning
Right,
how
right,
to
right.
say no. Even though it was fun,
Yeah.
even though it
Yo,
was fun,
but
but
that's
at a certain
right
point,
there.
huh?
What you said right there. You got to admit that. Like, I think that's how you clear that path, so you can go to the next road or get to the next level, is by saying I had my fun. It's time to move on. But just saying it's fun. Just say that doing devilish shit was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what comes along with that, when you start taking that time to do something productive with it and not doing that crazy stuff that we used to do, you know what? You also going to sacrifice some of your so-called friends, some of your boys, because they're not going to understand. So yeah, I think having the wherewithal to say, you know what, I got to give this up. You know what? And if he got to stay behind because he don't agree, then we can't be cool no more, and just walk away and not even think twice about it. You know, that shit is hard, and a lot of people ain't willing to do that. They like to keep saying, "Oh, that's my boy," but you know what? If your boy was really your boy, he would understand and be like, "Yeah, I feel you, yo. Do what you got to do, but I got your back anyway." Nah,
Right.
but cats be mad. Cats want to call you a punk. Cats want to call you a sucker, whatever. But at that point, you just got to be like, I don't care no more, man. I'm doing what I got to do.
So basically, letting go of the wrong, like you said, idle time and the wrong crowd. People don't want to hear that. So what I'm asking you is like, who around you, because our viewers, maybe they don't understand, like, you're not around the right people. Who inspired you? Who was around you that influenced you to do the right thing, to get into the right things, to be a better you?
I think, because I had both sides. Okay, I had family members that was in the streets and kings of the streets, but then I also got exposed to the other side of, my brothers that been through it. I like Basil Patterson, Roscoe Brown. Roscoe Brown was a former president of 100 Black Men of New York City, and he was a former president. But what most people don't know about him is that he was one of the original Tuskegee Airmen. Knowing and hearing some of the stories that he had to go through to become a pilot, because that's what he wanted. He talked about all the sacrificing he had to do because his dream was to fly planes. And back then, it was almost impossible for a black man to fly a plane back then. We had the stigma, oh, they're not smart enough to fly planes, or they'll never get it. No, the niggas have to be cooks and shit like that. All of the struggle he went through to become a pilot. And he told me, he said the reason why the Tuskegee Airmen was so good is because we had brothers that was dedicated. They did not want to quit. And he said, be honest, the white man didn't know what he was doing. By making it so tough on us, he made us better pilots. He said when we were going through training, we had to do shit that no other pilots had to do in order to pass our tests. And that just made them better. They were the only fighter squadron to never lose a bomber to enemy air fire in World War II.
Wow.
Never lose a bomber to enemy fire. Every time they showed up as escorts for the bombers, they never lost a bomber. Dr. Brown was the first. He was the first pilot, because the German secret weapon back then was jet planes. The Americans were still flying propeller planes, and Germany came out with these jet engine planes that was just crazy fast. Dr. Brown was the first pilot. I think it was only 2 back then, but he was the first pilot to shoot down a jet plane from a propeller plane. Just got lucky that I was exposed to both sides, because I was being tugged to the streets from one side, but then I was shown the other side, and then I was like, you know what? I said to myself, you got to sit down and have that conversation with yourself. Which is the better way? Which is the better way? This is all fun and limelight and games and whatever. But you know what? This might last longer. I could get to this spot. This spot might be the quick money, but you know what? This might be the longer money. I could make this money for a longer period of time without having to constantly look over my shoulder, worry about who coming for me and whatnot. So you got to have that conversation with yourself. And it ain't about being a punk. It's just about sitting down and having that conversation. Nigga, what do you want to do?
Right.
What do you want to do? You want to live this life for 10, 15 years and then maybe have to be behind bars in the system? Or do you want to put in the work and get to this point? And people don't want to have them conversations. And not only that, their friends don't want to have them conversations, because if you talk to your boy about it, your boy will be like, nigga, please, where you going? Nigga, you going to be right here on the corner with us. Nah, nigga.
Nah, you got to, I'm going to be real, man. You got to get tired and you got to be okay with letting go of people, man, and be able to detach from that mindset or those emotions or whatever that's tied with them. You got to be okay to detach from them. I remember, I was on the corner like you talking about, and I was out there with my boys. We was always outside in our fucking bubble goose, Fat Goose is on the corner talking. We all kicking it, talking, drinking, and everybody's telling all these dreams and stories. Yo, I'm telling you, what to be tight. Yo, I'm telling you, coming through with the black Beamer with the freaking Italians and all this on that. And I'm just, and then pulling up, maybe, what if we was in like, Morocco or something like that? I mean, just telling all these far-fetched stories, and I'm standing there looking at everybody, And I was like, that shit ain't never gonna happen when none of us just standing right fucking here on this corner right here, doing this same shit. And I was like, I'm out. 2 weeks later, I moved to VA, and that was the change in my life. Like there, I was about 26, and it was still a battle. It was still a fight. I remember, I started a mobile detailing car wash. Bottom line is, that shit wasn't easy. I tried to get a contract with the hotel down there, or one of the hotels on the beach or whatever, to wash the cars down there. I was trying all kind of things, man. I remember at one point, this is all the sacrificing I had to do. I remember at one point, lights got cut off, electric got cut off. What I'm saying is I went through everything I had to go through, no shame, never put my head down. I always kept my head up, even when most people would be embarrassed, when most people would feel like, I don't want to put myself through that. And I remember people started treating me like crazy. Like, I didn't have the same money no more. I wasn't out on the block no more. And I remember her telling me, like, get back into that. Maybe that's your thing right there. It was like, you should get back into that, because things are getting bad. You know what I'm saying? And in fact, the things were getting bad is because I wasn't fucking putting my all in. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sacrificing, but I was sacrificing, but I had the wrong people around still. So I wasn't able to see the sacrifice, because I was looking at, you doing bad when actually you doing good. You ain't in the streets no more, dude. You ain't out here trying to sell crack and sell whatever, marijuana, heroin. You ain't trying to do any of this shit. You actually left it. That was a sacrifice on its own. You know what I mean? To walk away from something that I thought that was my only way. When I used to have dreams like, like daydreaming where you're like, I'm going to be the fucking big kingpin. I'm going to make all this money out here, fast money. I'm gonna get this fast money, you know what I mean? The fast way, ski bass way, whatever it is. But bottom line is, that's how I was. It don't got nothing to do with family. It don't got nothing to do with your boys that you grew up with. What it has to do is good people with good hearts, that want to see you succeed, want to see you progress, want to see you grow. That's the kind of shit we need in our life. Those are the people that you need around you, people that are going to help you make decisions, not telling you, I need a freaking Louis Vuitton because we good right now. Not the people that are saying I need those red bottoms because we good right now, but a person that's going to tell you to sacrifice me and never mind a ring and go get another house.
It's easy to be down when the money's right. It's when the money ain't right and they still by your side and they saying, look, we in this together. Let's go.
Right.
What you got to do.
Right.
The money part is the easy part. When everything's all lovely, that's easy. But
it is easy.
A lot of people are afraid to put in that work. You don't have a lot of people out there who's like, you done fell on your face. Let me help you up. You done fell on your face and they want to kick you while you down. I told you wasn't going to be able to do it. You needed to listen to me. I told you wasn't going to be able to get there. You needed to listen to me. Now you need the one that's going to pick you up and be like, all right, what can I do to help? I got you. Come on, let's go do this together. What you need? All right, boom. That's what we need as a people. We always
to stick together.
We always kicking each other when we down.
Right.
We don't.
Right. Go. Yeah.
We like, and I'm not going to talk about it too much, but a member of our family had a nice day one day, and yo, nobody called to congratulate him, yo.
Oh yeah. But that's
Nobody called to congratulate him. I'm like, yo, one of us got a nice come up.
right.
What's up?
Right. And that's
What's
but that's
up?
what we do as a people, yo. We
Why is it? Why couldn't everybody that we hung with was like, yo, dude, that was a nice joint you had there, yo. Congratulations, my brother.
right.
Nah, not a one.
But what people do, yo, is during those times they fall back and they go missing. When you think people that are with you are there and they not, and you're worried about that shit, stop worrying about it. Because when you really believe in God and you really sacrifice and you truly believe, God got you. And I really mean that. He got you. A lot of people, they say they believe, but I think honestly, the ones that believe and really sacrifice are the ones that are not thinking about it. The ones that are not, they're actually doing it. They're actually living it. You know what I'm saying? They're not sitting there reading the Bible and then all day and going, yeah, God's going to say he's going to come save me. No, they actually out. They read one scripture. Oh, yeah. What a man think of, so is he. Then that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm going to be rich. I'm thinking I'm going to be wealthy. I'm thinking I'm going to become somebody. They actually doing it. They're not freaking sitting there reciting shit.
Still got to put in the work.
We don't realize, yo, we are all reflections of each other. That's why we have to stick together, because we are all reflections. That's why in the Bible, God talks about we are a reflection of him, of Jesus. So we are all reflections of each other. So when you putting me down, or you not congratulating me, or you not wanting me to come up, guess who you ain't wanting to come up?
You.
That's
it. Yeah.
That's it. When you hating on me, you hating on yourself. So that's what we don't understand, is that when you not thanking that man, when you not thanking that woman, when you not congratulating them, when you not slapping them five, when you're not hugging them, when you're not kissing them, when you're not loving them, all you doing is taking that away from yourself. Yo, you have to learn to help people grow. The more people you make rich, the more you get rich.
That's the great paradigm that most people forget. It goes like this. It says, the more I help somebody get what they want, the more I get what I want. The more that you basically saying, the more that you help others, the more help you're going to get for whatever you want to do.
Yo,
it's going to come from places you can't even imagine. But the fact that you always willing to help and put forth an effort to better somebody else, you're going to get in return. Just from you call it karma, whatever. But the more I help people get what they want, the more I get what I want.
Yo, that's how it works, yo. I agree with that, man. Sacrifice, man. You have to do it, man. And if you're not doing it, that's the reason why you're in the situation that you're in. That's the reason why you're left behind. That's the reason why that person surpassed you. That's the reason why you still blaming the white man. You think it's the white man, the right man, the night man, the light man, whoever it is. You think it's everybody else except you. It's something you did. You know what I mean? And between me and the fellas, we had to open up another account. So we got a letter back that says unfortunately, something such and such and such. That shit didn't do fucking nothing to me. You know how many of them fucking letters I see? You know what I do? We turn that around. That's what I call it fun. Let me have fun. It's time for me to get on the phone because I got to shake some people up. It's like being a gangster, yo. And that's what you got to think. No, real talk. That's how I look at this. It's like
I'm laughing because my kids, they look at me like I got three heads when they do that. They be like, well, they said we couldn't. Who said
right.
I'm like, who said we couldn't?
Courage is the same thing, man. This courage. So if you had to ask yourself like that, like if people go, man, or you say you feel discouraged, what you have to say to yourself, where is this courage? Where is that courage? It's in me. I know it's in me. So that letter that comes through, or that they say, hey, the bank says you're trying to get a home, and they say, hey, you need to do this. Sacrifice. Go do it. Whatever they say to you to do. Hey, you got to jump through this loop. All right, I'm going to jump through that loop. And what? I'm going to dunk on you. And what? I'm going to do it. You ain't making me feel any less than. So I'm going to keep going. Persistence eliminates resistance. Yo, if you not sacrificing for the right things, when you sacrifice for the wrong things, I'm not judging you. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm telling you Just reverse it, flip it. Guess how easy if you put that same energy into talking to freaking and creating business deals and building partnerships. Guess how easy it's going to be, because you got the gift of gab. You got it. You just using the energy in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. Take from one place and put it to another place, man. What do you think, man?
You have to be able to truthfully, and I say truthfully, distinguish between what's a need and what's a want. And if you got a dream that you're trying to fulfill, that's a need. And anything else that's trying to stop you from getting to that is a want. Nah, you're not going to feel good until you get that need. And that need is that business that you've been trying to start for all these years. That's your need right there. All the other stuff is wants. Those are the distractions that keep you from getting to that need. So you got to sit down and have that honest conversation with yourself. What is a need and what's a want? And you'll find out that a lot of these wants is what's keeping you from getting to the need. And like I said, it's got to be a truthful conversation. You know what, dude? Yeah, I need shoes on my feet, but you know what? Do they got to be gaiters? You know, I need a jacket on my back, but yo, it got to be that $900 or $9,000 Gucci leather jacket?
Right, real talk.
You got to sit down and have that real conversation and stop worrying about how you look in other people's eyes. I don't give a shit, honestly. Look, I'll go out here sometime. I don't give a shit.
Yo, I'm where you at right now. And I know people, you know, that used to know me. I mean, because when I say used to, past tense is, you know, used to be friends or used to hang around me. Yeah, they know how I was. Mall, sneakers all the time, you know, brand new, because I thought looking good was feeling good. Two different things, yo.
Yep.
How you feel is what is the most important. How you truly feel about yourself, whether you in a goddamn pair of green slacks that are from grandfather and a pair of blue old freaking flip flops, whatever it is, and you still walk around with your head held high. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
is how you feel about yourself.
Yep. If you need something materialistic to help you feel good,
right?
Something's wrong in here, yo. Something's wrong in here. You shouldn't need that materialistic stuff to make you feel good, to make you feel like you better than this person, or make you feel like you on top of the world. You should feel like that every morning when you get up.
What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to let go of that Gucci, them Gucci handbags and all that stuff? And actually, if I was you and you got all that and you're not sacrificing and you want to, and you watching this and you like, yo, you know what I do? Go sell them. Sell them. That'll put a nice chunk of money in your pocket. You know what I mean? And get you a couple other bags or 2 bags that you need or whatever that are Italian leather that you can get that's a lot cheaper. You know what I mean? And still good quality. You can still do that. There's still good quality. You got a lot of good quality stuff out here that don't have to have that freaking $8,000 tag on it just to make you feel like, yo, I got a bag. Nah, that same bag for $300 real Italian leather still works just like the $3,000 Gucci bag. You know what I mean? Nah, I got a duffel bag. It's Italian leather. And the reason why I'm saying that, it was like $400 or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you what I do. My bag ripped. Took it to the dudes. Had him sew it and put a stitch on it. The zipper came off. Took it back to my man. Had him fix the zipper. The freaking right at the airport. This was 2 weeks ago. I'm in Cali. The handle. I took the handle because I didn't grab the tool. One of the handles freaking ripped in half. I went to a dude, found a dude while I was down there, had him sew it. I put $60 into it one time, another $20 into it another time. But yo, that bag been around me. I'ma keep. That's a reusable. That's recycle, baby.
That's it. Recycle.
That's recycling, baby. They don't. Yo, people be thinking, like I said. That's why, what matters is what's in here and what's in here, man. Emotional intelligence and mental intelligence, but all that other stuff that you be freaking get confused about it. When people think about you, what matters is you. You feel like you the shit, whatever you have. Yeah. But like I said, make them actions line up with your sacrifices, and that's what's gonna make you feel like the shit. Yeah. I mean, if we're using that phrase, the shit, meaning sacrifice. Because then when you sacrifice and you go, I built this city, and you literally built up a city and everything that you traded in to get, Yes, that's what's gonna make you feel good. And you're gonna see, I don't need to wear all that shit. I don't gotta do it.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna actually feel it from all your work and your hard work and your work ethic, and then all the emails that you get and the letters you get and the compliments you get on the phone and the boxes and the gifts you get sent from clients and stuff. You're gonna be like, yo, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like this stuff right here, I got sent, from one of the clients or whatever, man. What is this? I didn't never use it yet, but it's the hot and cold freaking mug, another coffee cup. What's this right here? Yeah, but they send me all kind of things. Sent me, the bank. They sent me the freaking the AirPods or whatever. Listen, people will look out for you when you start looking out for you. When they see you looking out for you, when they see you going, yeah. He wants something for himself. They're going to want to give you shit. You think all these celebrities are buying that shit? You going out there spending that? No, them clothing stores, them companies are like, can you please wear my polo in your video, sir? Because you working. They see him working like, yo, I want to be on them clothes. They want their clothes in their videos. It's not the other way around. Y'all getting it twisted. Like, yo, I want to do what freaking Gucci Mane doing. No, Gucci Mane can do that because he's working. You watching him work while you're sitting there like, damn, I want to do it. He's working. Gucci Mane is working. And I think another thing, is that people feel like they're getting left behind. So they keep up. And they don't want to run. They don't run their race. It's like you running right now. You got your shoes on. You ready to go. You got your whole outfit on. And you take off. I got one shoe on, my hair ain't combed, and my shirt. I'm not ready yet, but I just start running with you and look like a fool out there. They don't run their own race. They don't go. I don't go. Yo, I catch up to you. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna go running. I'm gonna go get ready, and I'm just gonna be. If I'm 5 miles behind them, I'm 5 miles behind them. But I'm gonna be prepared for me. Right. Versus trying to just run with you when my shit ain't even on. You know what I mean? Like
you be 5 miles behind, but what matters is if you finish.
If you finish, right?
That's another thing that I think.
Right.
You got to sacrifice that fear. That's what a lot of people got to sacrifice. You got to give that fear up because that fear will just keep you from so much. I mean, a lot of people are scared to fail. Yo, you can't succeed if you don't fail. Failure is part of getting to success.
Yeah.
People don't realize that. And most people is like, especially now, it's like if you fail, people just give up. That one time they fail, they like, this shit ain't gonna work. That's not how it works, man. You gotta keep going after it. You fall down, make sure you fall on your back. Because if you fall on your back, then you can look up. If you can look up, you can get up. That's what what's his face say, right?
Right.
Look up. If you fall, make sure you fall on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up.
Right.
And most people, everybody thinks success happens overnight, and that's what they want their success to happen. Yo, it's a lot of failures along that road to success, and a lot of people are afraid to fail. They're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna think this about me. They're gonna think. That's where I say, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care how many times I fail. I don't care. And that's the attitude you got. You gotta have. You gotta be like, okay, this shit ain't work. Next.
That's it.
Just like that. It ain't no different. That's not an exaggeration or anything. All right, well, that's shit what we playing. Work.
On to the next, on to the next. That's it.
That shit ain't work. All right, what's next? Let's go. Let's try it another way.
Mm-hmm.
But most people don't want to do that. They just, first time they fail, that's it. I'm done. That's when you fail. When you quit, you fail. You got to keep pushing on no matter what. And when I say no matter what, I really mean no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what other people say, no matter what other people think, no matter if you think you can't get up, you find a way to get up off your ass and keep pushing on. It's hard sometimes, but you got to keep pushing on. And a lot of people, they don't have that, what you call it, intestinal fortitude to keep doing that.
Yeah.
They just like, because a lot of people just want the comfort. They want the comfort. They fail. They want somebody to come and, it's all right. That's all right. You ain't really need that anyway. No, I don't want somebody like that.
Don't do that shit.
I want somebody to say, nigga, what you going to do next? Let's go.
Yo,
Okay, it's done. It's over with. It ain't work. Let's go. What's
wipe
next?
them fucking tears off and keep it moving, yo.
That's it.
Yo, for real, yo. That's yeah, man. Yo, but we coming almost to the end, man. We want to make these short and sweet for you guys. You know what I'm saying? We eliminated a lot of stuff with the Real You podcast, even down to the name. You know what I mean? It's still the Real and Unapologetic podcast, but as we know, I'm Unapologetic Reef, so I just took the Unapologetic out of there and just became Unapologetic Reef, and we got the Real C. You know what I mean? So, but it's the Real You podcast, so that's where you go on IG is at the Real You podcast. YouTube is still the Real and Unapologetic podcast. You know what I mean? We always want you to like the video, subscribe to the videos, comment. You know what I mean? If you don't like something, if you like something, I don't care what you have to say. Like we said, we're not doing this to be liked. We're not doing this to have people say nice things. We're not doing this to have people just agree. If you don't agree, say you don't agree. You know what I mean? Or if you want to be a guest on the show and be like, yo, listen, we want to be on because I disagree. I want to argue this. We want to hear you. We want you to reach out. Me and C is real cool, man. We're real cool. Like real, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's not much. Because we've been through all that shit, it's not much that really affects us at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking for C saying that because you know, I think he's at that level as well to where once you've gone through enough, man, and like I said, once you failed enough and you've been at the bottom and you've seen that and you had to eat the worst shit, you didn't have the lobster, none of that. Sometimes you didn't have anything. And you had to eat. Yo, there was times I had to brighten early and that's all I kept repeating every week was bright and early, oodles and noodles and a pack of Franks.
There you go.
That's it. That's what kept me covered. That was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All that, yo. Because even if we all start at on the same start line, somebody's gonna outrun somebody. Somebody's gonna have the ability to run that 1,500 meters. Somebody's gonna have the ability to run that 25 miles to run that marathon and finish it. And somebody's gonna quit. And that's just how the world works. And you can't get mad at the other guy because he kept going and he ended up getting more than you. You can't. And that's another thing where you got to toughen up, Cookie. You know what I'm saying? People got to start calling them cookies again because they need to toughen up because that's a lot of people have softened up. And that's why you're getting a lot of people who are quitting and they're like suicide rate is up because of all that, man. Just being kicked down and they've been talked to or they've been in a bad predicament and their situation, you know, they're poor or whatever it is. And I'm going to tell you something. There's no such thing as poor. There's a poor mindset, but nobody's poor. Nobody's poor. The reason now and what I mean by that is it's the mindset that's poor. Yeah, you might be stuck in a situation, but you can get the hell out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can get out the situation. Yeah, like you said, see, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to go through shit. It's gonna feel like you're dying. You almost lost your life or whatever. But you can get out of it, yo. You just got to keep plugging and plugging and plugging and plugging and plugging until you reach that zone where you're like, yo, I don't give a fuck. And when you can really say that, not out of anger. Oh, you what you want to say, see?
No, man, I think, we need to. You ever read the poem If by Rudyard Kipling?
No, but is it short? Do you know it?
It starts out, he wrote this poem to his son, basically telling his son all the things that he needs to be able to do to be a man. So it goes, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them back up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and what's more, you'll be a man, my son. Yo, one day we just gotta sit down and break that joint up stanza by stanza, because he got some deep shit.
Yo, that is deep, yo.
Yo, that line where
that's deep.
Yeah, he's
I like
telling you.
No, go ahead.
He's telling you in the first line, he says, or being hated, don't give way to hating. Yo, let that shit go.
Yo, let it go.
Just because somebody's hating on you, you don't hate on nobody else.
Yo, yeah. I was telling somebody that today about that, learning to let things go. Like, you don't got to always you don't need closure for everything. Let it go and walk away and be cool with it.
Yeah. It's so much in here.
What is that other line though, man, about being able to, with the loss? I love that right there. Go to that.
Oh,
that was like,
if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss.
Yo, that's killer right there.
Right there?
If you could, that's life.
Yep.
If you could put everything in, and no matter what, at the end of the day, even if you don't make it, you still good. Like, yo, I gave my all, and I just didn't happen to make it, but I gave my all. I'm good, baby.
That's it.
That's it. Sacrifice, man. That's it right there. That's what we talk about. That's the line.
That's it, man.
Yo.
It's so much in this poem.
Yeah,
man.
that's deep.
Poem, man.
What's his name again, man?
Rudyard Kipling.
You guys heard that? Get that poem, Rudyard Kipling. You know his books.
Yeah.
Who?
The name of the poem is If.
If. But nah, that's a deep poem, man. But again, this is episode 28. It's the Real You podcast. I'm Unapologetic Reef with my boy, my cousin.
The Real C.
Yeah, and we out.
We out.